Hello, my name is Goose Sussii and I am your host of God Money, where we talk about business, investments, money, and God money. This is going to be the first video of 4, and this one is going to be on how to free yourself from a poor mindset. Mindset is so key. When you're talking to any successful person, doesn't matter on what level, they will all tell you how important having the right mindset is. Look at any athlete, look at any great at anything. Mindset is so important. And what's crazy is we go out throughout life and we don't really pay much attention to it. Most of us don't pay much attention to our mindset and how we think about things day to day. Ask yourself a couple questions. Do I think I'm a positive person or a negative person? Do I see the good in everything or do I see the bad in everything? And don't be too harsh on yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace here. But you need to be aware of how you normally think. Because if you're going through life and the results that you've produced thus far aren't what you thought they would be, or aren't hitting your targets, or aren't who you really want to be, you need to start at your mindset. The programming up here is so crucial to everything in your life. I'm a believer. I believe in God, and it is so important. It is part of my DNA and how I just go about my day-to-day life and how I look at everything. If you're not a believer, you have something. You have a compass, like a North Star that points you in the direction that you're going and impacts your decision making. You need to be very aware of what impacts your decision making. It's so funny. I have 2 beautiful kids. I don't let just anybody watch my kids. I don't let just anybody be around my kids. And most of us, I think, agree that that's a good thing. We don't just let anybody just drive our vehicles, or we don't just let anybody into our house. But yet, most of us let anything and anybody into our mind. And we accept any influence into our mind. And it blows my mind how we will lock our car, we'll lock our home, we'll even lock our bank accounts, we'll have passwords on everything, we'll lock our phones, but yet we won't even lock our mind. Yet we let anything and everything just enter our minds as it wants to. Culture has done an amazing job of being the one to tell us what things are or what things aren't. And that's part of this platform. That's part of why I'm doing what I am doing, because I want people to know that you can be successful. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter where you were born. If you're in America, you have every chance and opportunity to be successful. And it just comes down to mindset and not having a victim mindset. Things happen for you, not to you. That's how I go throughout life. Day to day, I literally just wake up and I get excited about life. And not every day is roses, okay? Majority of the time, I go throughout life looking and seeking and searching what God has for me that day. And it gives me a certain appetite for life. And that's why even when bad things do happen, they don't bug me for too long. Like, I very rarely have a bad day. I'll have a bad moment or a bad hour or a bad morning, but I don't let it affect an entire day. That's because I'm aware enough though of that. And that goes back to mindset. You need to be very, very careful who you're listening to, who you're allowing to put their data into your brain. And if it's not serving you or your family or your environment or getting you closer to who you were created to be or where you're trying to go, you need to weed it out. You need to literally go through your mind, even go through your friend list, and who's so toxic and is still around. Still love the person, but doesn't mean you have to talk to them every day or give them the time of day even. That is one of the toughest parts, especially if you're a people pleaser. You hate being the bad guy or telling somebody no, but there's so much power power when you start to understand what you need to become the best person you can be, what you need to do to become who God created you to be. You can't be out helping every single person and yet neglecting yourself. And it starts with your mindset. Even on the airplane, it says, if the cab loses pressure, oxygen mask will fall down. Please put yours on first and then help other people put theirs on. See, the truth is if you're not, being the best you can be isn't even about you. It's about everybody else that you're going to help and affect along the way. Russell Brunson, I believe his name is, he's the founder of ClickFunnels. He has this book called Expert Secrets, which is a great book. He has a chapter in there that says, he's talking about everybody's an expert in something. Even you're an expert in something. But a lot of us, we think until we get to a certain point or until we get to a certain level or a certain promotion, we can't really help anybody else. We can't share what we know until we hit that certain mark, whatever that is. And the truth is, once you're aware enough of who you are, what you're supposed to do, what you're created for, what your purpose is, what you're passionate about, you should be sharing your story. You should be helping those people that are a couple chapters behind you. You don't have to wait until you're at the pinnacle of your career, because who knows how long it's gonna take. And that was why I started doing these videos, is because it was so easy to tell myself, not yet, not yet. I don't know enough yet. I don't know how to edit well enough yet. I don't know how to speak clearly enough yet. I mumble too much, right? And I just started beating myself up, and I was like, wait, this isn't serving me. It's not gonna serve anybody else. So I had to start. So I decided to start, and throughout, I've been doing this for like 2 decades now of just listening to positive, like-minded people, reading those types of books. I don't read books just for pleasure. I don't Harry Potter, I think, was the last book that I really read that I liked, and then when the movie came out, I just started watching the movies. But when I read, it's for a purpose. Some people love reading because they get to escape and they enjoy books, whatever your thing is. What I'm saying is you need to get clear and give yourself time each day to be able to focus on your mind. What are you putting into your brain? What positive things are you putting in your mind that you can then use to help other people, that you can then get a little bit closer to who you're supposed to be, who you're created to be. This is gonna be tough for a lot of people because you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You've been going through life the same exact way. And you have to ask yourself, if life isn't the way you want it to be right now, you have to start up here and figure out what's going on up here and start weeding out information that has not benefited you. That's one thing that has helped me dramatically get to where I am today, because I'm very, very careful of who I listen to and what I allow to come in my brain and in my mind. You see, what's so crazy is we're born with our minds. We didn't pay anything for it. God created our minds. So in a sense, it was a gift. It was free. So oftentimes when something's free and just given to you, you place very minimal, if not zero, value on it. Because you didn't earn it. You didn't do anything for it. You just have it. When something's free, you don't take care of it as if you spent $100,000 on it, or $10 million on it, or $100 on it, whatever the amount is. The truth is this is so valuable. And what's so crazy is, as soon as I started to listen and ask God for clarity and for wisdom, door after door after door kept opening up. And I also pray for doors to be closed that He wants closed. Because I don't want anything in my life that God doesn't have in store for me. But I do want absolutely everything God has in store for me and my family. It doesn't come back to me. It comes back to people that you're able to help. I've been blown away by how many little texts and comments I've gotten just from these little videos I've put out of just encouraging words and thank yous and thanks for shining light on that. Like, this is me literally starting before I'm ready but spreading what I believe is a gift of mine, and that's connecting with people and helping people and caring about people. That's what this whole thing is. If you've noticed, I'm not selling anything. I really just want everybody to understand that life is so amazing, but it's a choice every day for it to be amazing. Find some good books. I'll be sharing throughout all these videos of different books I've read that have helped me along the way of being able to develop the mindset that I do, and it's always growing. I haven't maxed out, I haven't peaked out. I hope you got something from this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please fire them at me, DM me, or put in a comment. I really just want to see you be the best version of you. That's what I'm trying to be every day and trying to work on every single day. And I think it was Martin Luther King that says, I'm not the man I ought to be, and I'm not the man I should be, but thank God I'm not the man I used to be. And I think it's just a beautiful picture of making sure each day we're getting a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit more clear on where we're going, a little bit more purposeful of what we're doing, a little bit more passionate about what we're doing, a little bit more aware of what we're doing. Have a great stinking day. Thanks for watching.